For more about the China-India military cooperation, we are now joined by our correspondent Shweta Bajaj in New Delhi. Well, Shweta, tell us more about the agenda of this kind of a military dialogue. What will be the focus on?
Well, like you mentioned, it's the fifth annual India-China defense dialogue that will be focusing on those military exercises which have been a bone of contention between India and China in the last couple of years. It was back in 2007 when the first military exercise between both of them together was held in Kunming in China. Later in 2008, there was another exercise that was held in Belgaum in India, which is in south of India, after which the next exercise was supposed to be conducted in 2010, which never happened because of visa issues between India and China. Earlier this end of last year, we had a meeting between the defense ministers of both the countries in which it was discussed that the military exercises will be resumed once again. So this particular visit is really about that. They're trying to figure out the modalities of the joint military exercise between India and China, which will be actually through tri-services. So the delegation is being headed by the Indian Defense Secretary Shashikant Sharma, but is for tri-services, which obviously includes India's defense, Navy as well as Air Force. They would be discussing the modalities and the logistics and when it would be conducted exactly. We are expecting that this would happen before the end of the year 2013. This particular visit is also about India's Defense Minister A.K. Antony's pending visit to Beijing. When last year, when we had a visit from the Chinese defense minister, there had been a positive meeting, and he'd also invited the Indian defense minister, who had accepted it. So as the leadership change goes through, he would be later in the year visiting China. So this particular visit is about that also. But really, the big thing, really, that those military exercises and expanding the purview of India and China's defense relationship.
So besides logistics, Shweta, what made the two countries decide to resume the military talks and drill? Does it suggest that it has kind of a renewed trust?
Right. In the last 2 years, we have seen, especially in the last 1 year, actually, we have seen India and China meeting constantly on various platforms. So there have been platforms ranging in a large sort of multilateral platform. For instance, on a G20 platform, they've had bilaterals. On a platform like BRICS, they have had bilaterals. So there have been a high-level meeting between various heads of states of both the countries spread over the last 1 year. This has also been just juxtaposed by various other meetings of defense, also of foreign affairs, also of trade. Now, basically, what both the countries are trying to do is stay unaligned. Now, as far as India is concerned, it has had that policy for decades now. There has been an uneasiness of issues that have been erupting between US and China. There's also been an uneasiness where US is trying to have a better relationship with India, whereas India prefers to stay non-aligned. Now, these kind of exercises basically means that despite the fact that there might be other countries who are trying to win over these countries, the fact that both of them can work together on sensitive issues like defense basically is sending a message across that despite everything, there is a possibility of both of them working together. Incidentally, the line of actual control issue, which has been a pending issue between India and China for decades now, will also be discussed. This has been going on. There have been 15 rounds of talks on the issue. Finally, it has led to a positive point. So basically, I would say these particular round of talks, which will later be followed by another visit of the Indian defense minister to Beijing, would give an indication to the world that it's highly possible that both of them work together. And also, as far as the sea is concerned, as it gets more and more porous, it becomes important for countries like India and China to guard their own interests.
It is, of course, in the interest of both countries. Thank you very much, Shweta, for your reporting from New Delhi. You're now